We know beyond a shadow of a doubt that the Chinese Communist Party is trying to influence the presidential race. They hate Donald Trump. They love Kamala Harris. They think that she's going to be a continuation of Beijing Biden. And of course, she almost certainly would be if she were to be elected president, or selected, as we like to say. But there's more than that. It actually goes down ballot as well. China is a big country with a lot of resources. And yes, they are trying to influence down ballot races. We have an article over at jdrucker.com from Just the News. Microsoft warns a Chinese operation is attempting to influence U.S. down ballot races. And the way they're doing it, I'm not going to read the article, but the way they're doing it, you can read it yourself, of course. The way they're doing it is they're basically infiltrating social media sites. They're pretending to be average voters, and a lot of times, instead of just going out there and being, vote Kamala or vote John Tester or whatever, they're doing the opposite. They're pretending like, oh man, I am totally MAGA. And I am look at how racist I am, and look at how anti-Semitic I am. Oh my gosh, I just hate the Jews, and I hate minorities, but I'm totally voting for Donald Trump, and it's probably effective. Let's be clear. I mean, I don't want to give kudos to the Chinese Communist Party, but this influences people. People see this and they're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to be associated with these Nazis. So I can't vote for these guys because apparently these guys are being supported by the Nazis or the whoever. Always be skeptical of anyone who claims to be MAGA, but they are espousing true racism, bigotry, discrimination, hatred of any sort. I'm not saying that there aren't racists or anything like that within the MAGA movement. I'm not saying that there aren't Republicans out there that aren't racist. There are, but you have to be skeptical of them. You have to assume that anything they say, especially because here's the thing: true bigots, true racists, they're cowards. They don't go out there and display their hatred. Generally speaking, if they do, then they're probably either an FBI shill or a Chinese Communist Party shill, or whatever. Your average Republican or Democrat or independent racist is, they're meeting in secret or whatever. I don't even know. I don't know any. It's funny. Here we are in 2024, and I don't actually personally know any true racist bigots or anything like that. I know that they're out there. I'm not delusional, but I don't come across them. I don't see them. Maybe they're just quiet enough that they don't display it in public or in the office setting or whatever. Or maybe, just maybe, the problem itself is overblown and it's just a ploy to divide us. If you learned something from this clip, you can find this and the entirety of my shows over at jdrucker.com/shows. That's jdrucker.com/shows. Subscribe everywhere.